Hi, welcome back to my channel. Let's live authentically with Krista. Thank you so much for being here. I want to give up sometimes. I want to give up sometimes. Do you ever feel that way? It's just like you want to give up because sometimes you just got too many challenges. 2025 has been one of the hardest years of my whole entire life for many, many reasons. You know, I've lost a lot of animals. I had a really like devastation to my property because of a storm that I'm still cleaning up, but I don't have a way of doing it now because I have a broken foot. I still have a greenhouse that's stuck in the woods, and I really want that out of my woods before the winter. And I've just gone through a lot of things that sometimes it feels like I feel like I've been through enough. Like I've been through enough, but then I broke my foot on October 1st, which kind of makes more of a challenge for me. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was just saying how, like, I've been trying to do all of this stuff, and then they had mentioned, well, I feel like God is trying to tell you something. I'm like, well, what is that? To take a break? I said, well, if I don't continue on, if I don't try and take care of my house, it's going to be a disaster. My house, it's going to be destroyed. I mean, not somebody like physically destroying it, but it's just like, if you don't clean your house for a while, it's going to look very trashy. Especially if you've got animals or you got kids or something like that. Like, I have my kids help clean up, but I've got a dog, I've got a puppy that makes a mess. And I had a really, really hard day on Friday. I had a really, really, really hard day on Friday. I mean, I cried so hard that day. I cried so, so hard that day because I come back home from work and then my puppy like spills her water dish and gets water everywhere and then like it makes a huge mess in my living room. So I've been trying to figure out ways to cope with with what's going on with me right now and my foot. I've been trying to find ways to cope and find ways to persevere with what I'm going through. So I decided that when I'm gone, I'm gonna kennel my dog, my puppy, because my other dog doesn't make messes. It's just my puppy makes messes. She likes to chew on stuff, right? I can't leave shoes out anymore. The shoes have to go in my closet. And I also have to kennel her because not only will she like try and like chew on things that she's not supposed to, but like she grabbed a piece of wood the other day from my little wood pile in my living room and she started chewing on it and making a mess all over my floor. Well, it takes me 15 to 20 minutes to vacuum my floor because I got a scooter and you know I use my scooter as much as I can because I I can't do crutches in a vacuum. It's just not going to work for me. But anyways, it took me like 15 to 20 minutes to vacuum my floor, like all of it in my living room floor. And I got so upset and I was crying so much because it's just like life is already hard enough. And now I've got a puppy making even more messes for me, which makes it even harder for me. So I decided instead of going through this, instead of like dealing with all of the messes, I decided that when I leave my house, I'm going to put her in the kennel. So I'm borrowing a kennel from someone. So I've got one in my room because that's where she sleeps. She knows that's where she sleeps. She sleeps in her kennel. And it's like, well, I couldn't, I was going to buy one. I was going to buy another kennel, but somebody's borrowing one for me or borrowed me one. So now I'm kenneling her. Like when I go to work in the morning, I'm putting her in the kennel until I get back home. And this is just something that I'm doing to help myself so that there isn't so many messes that I'm having to clean up because it's already hard enough. And this morning I was looking at my floor. I was looking at my floor and I haven't mopped it in a long time. There's been just like moments where I've just wanted to give up and just like, I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I got a broken foot. What am I supposed to do? I can't do anything. That was my mentality. That was my mentality. But then I looked at my floor and I was just realizing like, I can't make any excuses. Like, I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to show up. I have to persevere. I have to do this. So I started mopping my floor on my scooter. I started using the scooter and just like mopping around my kitchen floor because it desperately needed it. And I don't like having a messy house. And yes, it takes me 2 to 3 times longer to do things, but it's just something I have to do. It's just something I have to do. And then I noticed, like, I started cleaning some of my windows, my patio door. And then I started vacuuming or like trying to vacuum some of my living room floor. And then I cleaned my carpet with a scooter, you know? What really got me this morning was thinking about that there are people with no legs that are athletes that persevere. There are people with no legs that persevere. Okay? There are people with no arms that persevere. So that's just like what really kind of motivated me too. Like, I can't even give any excuses. I've been kind of like concerned because I usually put on a lot of steps. I'm not a woman that sits down a lot. I have my moments where I like to relax. I do. But when I have things to do, like, I have to do it because no one else is going to do it for me. It's not like I always want to be this way. I don't always want to be this way. But when you don't have any other choice, you have to do it, right? And I was concerned that I was just going to like gain a bunch of weight because of me not being able to, move around a lot. But then I was thinking about it this morning. I'm like, I can't even make excuses for that even. Like, I can't even let my foot be an excuse to hold me back. And I even had a dream about this. Like, I had a dream that somebody was giving me some ideas on how to lose weight. There's the man that showed up in my dream that was talking to me about this. So I have to take his advice. So I was thinking about probably doing some floor exercises just to kind of like keep things moving and just so I can persevere through this because I've got nothing else that I can do but persevere. But something that I was really thinking about was I've had so many moments where I've wanted to give up. So many moments. But then I realized that I can't give up. Okay, so if you're ever feeling in this place, I hope that you can like really hear what I'm about to say and that you apply it to your life and that this actually motivates you and that it encourages you to like keep moving forward. Okay, so something that I was thinking about, like why I can't give up, is because there are other people counting on me. There are other people counting on me. My children are counting on me not to give up. And I believe that I have people in my future that are waiting on me and like they don't want me to give up. They want me to persevere, So it's just like if you apply this to your same life, if you're single, you have a husband out there waiting for you. You have a wife out there waiting for you that need you. They need you to not give up on yourself. They need you to not give up on yourself because if you give up on yourself, then it's like you're giving up on them, right? So you have to persevere. You've got friends out there. I believe that there are people in my future that would love to meet me, that they would love to meet me, and that they might need something or they might need to hear a message that I have, that might really bring a breakthrough to their life. So this is just why I fully believe that our life is not our own. I do believe that we are called to help people and that other people do need us in our future. Like other people need us to not give up, and that you've got people in your future that are waiting for you. So I just hope that this encourages you, you know? So this is just what I'm holding on to for hope. I'm holding on to for hope that I have people in my future that would love to be a part of my life. I have a future husband that would want to be a part of my life and that would see me as a person of value. I have future friends that would love to meet me, that need to meet me, because I do believe that all of us have a purpose. I believe that we have people that we're supposed to be part of in our life. This is just what I personally believe, is that there are people that are a part of our purpose in life. They're a part of our purpose in life. And once you like know your purpose and once you know who you're supposed to be a part of, you know, like for example, my children are my purpose. My children are part of my purpose and they give me a reason to want to get up in the morning. They give me a reason to want to keep going. And I can't give up on myself because they're counting on me to show up. They're counting on me and they need me in their life. So this is why I can't give up. And also why I don't give up, because I do believe that I don't believe I'm supposed to be alone forever. I don't believe I'm supposed to be alone. I do believe that God has a future husband for me. I do believe that God has a person for every single one of us. I do believe that God has an ordained partner for you. I believe that you have an ordained wife. I believe that you have an ordained husband. This is just what I personally believe, because God can reveal those things to you. He can reveal people who are supposed to be a part of your life. I remember sharing one time with someone, I had a dream. Like, God speaks to me a lot through dreams, and I remember I had a dream of somebody that I wish I could remember everything, but I knew that there was somebody that I was supposed to be connected with. There was somebody that I was supposed to be connected with, and all I knew in the dream was that it was a man. I'm like, well, who's that man? Who is that man? Who is he? You know, who is he? And it was something that had to do with an email. It was something that had to do with an email. And I was trying to like figure out, like, God, who am I supposed to connect with? Who am I supposed to connect with? Okay, like, who's this person? And then God dropped it on my heart on who that was. It was a family member. It was a family member that I was supposed to connect with. So I actually, what I did was I Googled the name and I found the email address. That's what I found. It brought me back to an email address, just exactly what my dream had said. And so I emailed them and then we connected. So we're actually family. So isn't that cool? Like, God really can speaks to us through our dreams and kind of show you like who you're supposed to connect with, who you're supposed to be with. Like, I believe this. I believe in what I've been shown, and it's just like I think it's just so cool how God works that way too. So anyways, I just wanted to make this video to just say, like, yes, I've had moments where I've wanted to give up, but I can't give up because other people are counting on me. And I just had this mindset today, like, I want to see what happens if I don't give up. Like, this is just where I'm at right now. And my vulnerable moments of life. I want to see what happens if I don't give up and just continue moving forward despite my challenges. You know, I was talking to a friend several days ago and she was trying to encourage me, and I was just telling her all of my challenges with my foot and stuff. And she was just like, well, maybe like God wants you to try and be at peace in the midst of it. Like, even in the midst of not being able to do things, because it does say, in scripture to be content, whether you're in need or whether you're in want, or whether you don't have very much or whether you have a lot, like just to be content in all situations. And this is just what I'm trying to do, is to be content um, in all situations. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to have a bad day, but I'm really trying to persevere through what I'm going through, and I'm really trying to have a better attitude about things, and just look at things like, hey, yeah, it takes me longer to clean, but at least I have a house that I can clean. Um, and I have children that I can cook for and that I can take care of, even even though I'm the one who needs taken care of. But I still show up, and I still do those things because I don't want all of the pressure to be on my children's shoulders, So I still ask them, like, can mom make you food? Like, can I make you something? Like, I'll get on my scooter, I'll make you something, like, I'm really trying to, like, not use my foot as an excuse for stuff. And one thing I haven't done, though, I was doing chicken chores before, but I'm like, I wonder if I can do it. I'll have to use my crutches and go out there, but I don't know. I've been trying to have, like, some of my kiddos, like, make sure they've got enough food and water for, like, a couple of days at a time, and make sure that I have enough wood inside my house for a couple days at a time. So that way, because I have one of my kids usually comes over and checks on me at least every couple days, especially if they're not with me. So I'm really thankful that I have at least that, but it's been a challenge. It's been a challenge. It's just been piddly little things. It's been piddly little things. And, like, it's just like bringing my clothes downstairs in a laundry basket. I can't do that with crutches. I can't do that with crutches. So I'm like, well, I need my crutches coming downstairs. So I actually crawled up my stairs. I crawled on the floor all the way to my bedroom. I grabbed my laundry basket. I don't know. And I was just, like, pushing it and stuff like that. So this is just, like, some of the challenges I'm going through. It's not easy. It's not easy. But I know that all of this is just teaching me perseverance, and that I can overcome struggles, and it's making me stronger, a stronger person because of it. Believe me, I don't want to be this strong, but I don't have any other option. I don't have any other choice but to continue moving forward and to just believe that someday I'm not going to have to be so strong. That someday I'll get the help that I need. So that's the message. Don't give up. Keep moving forward. And if you're having a hard day, just know that there are people in your future that need you. There are other people in your future that need you. They're waiting on you to not give up on yourself. They're waiting on you to persevere. They're waiting on you to grow. They're waiting on you to heal. They're waiting on you. And they want to be a part of your life, whether you know it or not. See you next time.